Hello and welcome back to Second City Cottage. We're down the allotment for blog number 11. What a pain in the backside the British weather has been. I'm not alone in thinking this. It has been absolutely chaotic for the whole of May. It has been raining. I've seen on the news yesterday that during May last year we had 21 days I think where it was 20 degrees or above and dry, and this year we've had one day where it's been above 20 degrees and it's been raining for a bloody lot of it. I came down the other day, forgot my camera and microphone because it stopped raining for a bit and I went to come down and get some stuff done, and got the car stuck in the mud, had to get towed out by one of my plot neighbours, so you know, that was fun. And the weeds have gone absolutely berserk here, but the weather forecast for the next week or so is good, so I'm hoping that we can get some work done down here. It's just been a no-go because you're just falling over and getting stuck in the mud. It's a bit of a nightmare. But we're here today, hoping to get a bit done for a couple of hours, tidy up a bit more. The onions are growing, as well as the weeds. I'll show you in a moment. I came down the other day, I put up a little birdhouse on the shed because with the car issues that I've been having, I think the shed is just going to at least be next year now. So I've popped a little birdhouse up on there and bird feeder for them, and I've set up a wildlife cam. Don't know whether it's going to have picked anything up. But if it does, because I won't get time to check until I get home, if it's picked anything up, I'll do like a Tony Hart style music thing at the end where you'll have a bit of soft music and the animals coming in, if we've got anything. As far as I know, we've got a fox on site here somewhere, and we have a pheasant, if the fox hasn't eaten it, and loads of birds and cool little wildlife. Apparently the bees were swarming around here earlier on today. We got a message saying that and to keep your eye out for it. So they seem to have calmed down now. I haven't seen any activity. I wonder if we might catch like a bit of swarm action on there. If like a load of them went in front of the camera, I think what it does is it takes 3 photos and a 10-second video or something like that in quick succession. So we'll see. It's also to deter thieves, because on this site we've had people breaking in and taking stuff, people taking planters and things like that, and I think they're looking for things that they can sell at the car boot sales, the absolute little scroats. So I hope their fingers get chopped off if they steal something that can do them harm. No, that's not politically correct, you should be nice to thieves. Bugger off. Anyway, so I'm up here today. I've got my car back, which is great. I'll give you a little show of the bits and bobs that I've done on. I don't know what I'm going to do today yet. I'm just going to enjoy the warmth. It's not sunny today, but it is warm. And I'm going to have a look to see what we can do. At home, all but a few of the chilies are in the greenhouses now. My black Russian is in a pot, a little greenhouse that my friend Cheryl gave to me. She was using it for a uni project before at some point, and now she's not using it. So that's up in the garden. It's got some of the jalapeno plants in there. It's got the black Russian tomato plant in there. So fingers crossed for that. Yeah, so we'll have a decide what we're going to do today, and we'll go from there. But I'll show you what's happening with the onions and the bird houses and the feeder, which is empty. I filled it right up, and it's been about 6-7 days and it's empty, so I need to refill that, but I've left the sesame seeds at home. All right, let's go and have a quick look. First thing is first, this here that you can see is all glass that I have dug up off this plot. And there's still more to get. So I mean, I know we say be careful when you're at the site, especially if you've got little ones, because I mean, look at that. I mean, it's just pure dangerous, and it is lurking around, so just be careful. This here is the beginnings of one of my bee homes, which should have been done by now, but the weather has not permitted it to be so. Bird feeder here came in, didn't know whether it was going to get used, absolutely demolished. No seeds on the floor that I can see, so they've been eaten. Don't know whether it's a squirrel or birds. And we've got ourselves a little nest box up here on the shed to help our little chums out. Look down here. There was nothing down here the other day. Look at all these stinging nettles. I just don't know, they literally weren't here at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pull all of those up. I'm going to get some of the gauntlet gloves and pull them up. And you can make like compost tea for your plants. So that probably won't be today, but it'll be done. Bloody brambles are coming up everywhere. We fought like bloody Lord of the Rings to get that all sorted. And it's just coming back with a vengeance. Got here, just really rather randomly, I seen it growing and I wondered whether it was gonna survive. There's a random rhubarb plant just growing here. Looks to be doing much better than the ones I've actually planted, which, you know, is annoying. So I might just dig a little bed around it and give it some nutrients. Yeah, I built, I don't know whether you can see here, in the middle of building a sort of net around here. Somebody has, I think, been on my plot because this was coming up here and now it's stood there, so I think somebody's been on here. More bloody stinging nettles that we'll have to get rid of. Sadly the beans didn't make it. I think I put them out a little too soon. But that's okay. I've put some more into sow and we live and learn. Onions seem to be doing good. Seem to be doing well, sorry. Need some weeding. I came in here and did some weeding the other day and they keep coming back. And realistically, the rhubarb plot here is just weeds getting crazy. I got all the weeds out of there the other day, so I'll get in there with the hoe a little later on. Yeah, so not really sure what we're going to do today. I haven't brought the strimmer with me today, which is a bit annoying. So plans for next time. Oh, and this here is a nice big steaming pile of poop, so I can put some of that. I'm gonna hoe back a lot of these weeds, then I'll distribute some poo generously and water that in, I think, and continue to tidy. I think that's about the plan for now, but we'll see what happens, won't we? Right, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. So I've had a number of comments and private messages and people just talking to me about how positive I am in these videos and how you've got to stick to doing what you're doing and how positive that is. I think I'd be being a bit of a git if I was to let you think that it's all good fun and all goes your way, because it doesn't. Today's been one of those days. You know, we've come down here, the weeds have overtaken because of the sunshine and the rain combinations. I've got, I think it's called mare's tail or horse tail up at the top there, just a little bit of it, but looking online, that's not a bloody good thing. Weeds are everywhere, so, and that pees you off because you've spent so much time digging it all back and cutting it all back, which the majority of these videos have been, you know. But it's life, so what do? We have to just make that a positive, really, and we need to, I think, plan out where all the beds are going to go, and then we need to put some weed suppressant down, not plastic, something better than plastic, something that you know isn't made of dead dinosaurs, hopefully, and something that isn't going to like suffocate the planet. So we'll have a look and see what we can do for that. Any ideas, let me know, pop them in the old comments there. As friendly to the planet as possible, and then what we'll do is I'll map out where the beds are going to go and I'll start suppressing the areas where it's not going to be going, and then you'll be taking steps forward. Yes, you're peed off because the weeds have come up, but that's all right. We just figure out what we have to do about that problem. It's just something that needs solving. If you are having a bad day down the allotment and you go down, what I would suggest is pick one thing that's positive. Find your problem, find the solution, but then try and do something positive. We spoke earlier, for instance, here about the rogue bit of rhubarb. If you can see behind me now, There she is. She's got new soil. I've dug around her, give her some new soil, give her a nice water, and now she's in a much better environment than she was before, and hopefully she can thrive. So no, not loads gets done today, but one positive does get done today. Another positive, the bee swarm had gone by the time I got here, so I didn't get attacked by killer bees. They're not killer bees here, you know. So I've done a bit more tidying, which is all these bloody videos seem to be, is tidying, cutting back weeds. But it's a journey, you know, and you're sticking on it with me. Just if you're doing the same sort of thing, when you have a crappy day, you think, oh bloody hell, just pick one positive and do it. All right, yeah. Not going to be a massively long video today because, as I say, I've just come off the back of 2 massively long shifts. I was coming down for a couple of hours. I've done a few bits and bobs, and now really it's to draw up a plan for the next time I can get a couple of buddies down and we can hit a load of it. I'm going to go and take a look at the camera to see if any photos been taken, any videos. If there is, as I said, I'll pop them at the end of this video. They're going to be around here somewhere. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Why don't you join us there at Second City Cottage, and obviously like and subscribe to the channel here. We're getting more subscribers every day now, which is cool. Keep on with your comments. Let me know about weed suppressants if you've got any suggestions. How about if you're having a naff old day, what do you do to overcome it? And if you're having a naff day and you just want to have a talk about it, just drop me a message. All right. A couple of people have already done that, and we've talked about it, about how they feel like they've got sort of an endless job ahead of them, and they think they'll never get there, but they want to. And we've had a bit of a chat about it. I'm doing that right now. You know, we are maybe 2% done of what we want to get done, and things do get in the way. The car means the shed's going to take longer now, but that's fine. You just carry on, don't you? You've got to remain positive. And if you do have a naff day, it's fine to have a naff day. You know, don't worry about it. Just move on to the next day. Just try and make something positive. There you go. Life coach here. Life coach on this 11th vlog of ours. So the only thing to really show you was the rhubarb. You've seen the other bits and bobs. I've tidied some of it. It looks a bit neater. Do you really need to see that again? I don't think so. The trees are starting to look like they're going to get a bit of fruit on them soon, which is absolutely fantastic. Cannot wait to start making some wine and some cakes and some jams and sort of stuff with it, and we'll go back to the cottage and have a look at those. So as I say, like, subscribe, go give us a follow on all the social medias, and we'll see you next time. It's not going to be too long. It's going to be sort of I'd imagine 4 or 5 days till I'm back down here, and have a nice plan to spend a good day down here and getting a shed load done. All right, chat to you soon. Ta-ra.